Hey, what's up guys? Back again with another video in the HTML series. This time we're going to be going over how to use the div and the span element in HTML. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I have our basic, layout for a web page here. And so we can make this thing called a div here if we want to. And we can put inside of it anything. And yeah, so usually what it's used for is just a way to group elements together. So let's say you have different sections in your web page, and let's say you have one maybe for like pictures and stuff. You can maybe group all the pictures in one of these div elements, and then you could apply a certain like styling, with CSS to this here, to this div element, and then it'll apply to all the elements that's within the div element. So yeah. So whenever you have a div element, it's always going to take up a new line, and it's going to stretch out the farthest that it can. So left to right, it's going to go to left and right, it's going to stretch out throughout the whole web page. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so like I said, you can put anything inside of here. So let's have some stuff in here. We could have maybe uh, a header if you want to. So this is a heading. Then we can have like a paragraph down here. Okay, so there's some stuff. And like I said, if we apply any styling to this div here, it'll apply it to our elements inside of it. Likewise. So let's do styling here. So style, and we could say something like, let's try changing the background color. So background color, we could do black maybe. And then we could change the color of the font to be white. There we go. So yeah, there we go. We got that now. And yeah, so everything now, both the header and the p tag both have the same style that was applied to the div thingy. And as I said, it stretches out through the whole web page. So the whole thing has, the whole div stretches out like that. So yeah. So that's how we do that. And yeah, so it's pretty simple. Usually you would use this just to group stuff, like I said. And it doesn't require any attributes. All you can add if you want to is just a style here like I did, or the class and ID things are also common too. So yeah, mostly just for CSS and all that kind of stuff. So next we have a span element here. In the span element, it doesn't have to be inside of a div, but I'm just going to put it here. And what you do with the span element is it's basically a inline div, right? It's basically a div but within lines of text, and use it to cover, like it basically covers over a certain amount of text, and you can apply a style to this also, and this will just style the text in however you want it to be styled. So let's go ahead and do style. We can set the color to red, and then okay, so the live server add-on wasn't working, so I had to open it up manually. And anyway, so the span, we got the span here and give it a color of red. And so as you can see, the text that's within the span element here is now colored red. So anything that applies to the span also applies to any element or text that's within the span. So yeah, so the span element is often used to be a container for text, like the div is a container for other elements. And like I said, with the div, you can use style class or ID, but also with the span, you could use style class and ID. So likewise, we use style here. And yeah, so this is just to basically style certain parts of text. Yep, that's how we do that. So I hope this isn't too confusing. So just before we go, we're going to do it one more time. So H1, and we could say this is another heading. Okay, then we'll reload. There we go. So this is another heading. So let's say we want to make this blue here, another. So we could do that by making a span here. Oops. Oh, that's so annoying. Span. And then we can go to style, color, blue, like that. So there we go. So let's reload it. And now it's blue. So yeah, that's how we do that. It's just for styling text. So I hope that isn't too confusing. Just remember divs are for grouping elements together and giving them styles. And then span is for grouping text together and giving them styles. Or not grouping, but just applying styles to text. But anyway, hope this was easy for you. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll help you. Or if you want to join the Discords in the description if you want to join that. Yep. And yeah, so subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a like if you liked it, and peace.